Hello?
Hey,
What's up, dude?
not much. What's up with you?
Not much. Just made me some tea. That's why sorry about the delay.
Thought you're good. You're good. What kind of tea you
Oh
drinking?
man. Chamomile.
Is it your sleepy time tea?
Yeah, pretty much. Sleepy time tea.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So how have you been holding up this week?
Not bad. Not bad. I've tried to get start dabbling in YouTube a bit.
Yeah?
It's
So
much more difficult than I thought it was.
yeah. So
Yeah.
your channel that you're starting to do, I mean, you said something about what gaming mindset?
Yeah, so I made a video today. Well, I shot everything for the video. I'll explain the issues I'm having in a moment. But yeah, so it's all about trying to prevent the tilt and
Right.
how a positive mindset can help you with your game.
Sure.
And it's going to be like a multiple part series. I shot the first part today, and at first I was using literally just like whatever's free on fucking Windows. So it's crap software.
Right.
I shot everything individually. Three of the like segments, when I put it in, it was fine before, but then when I added it to like the video section, the audio was lagged.
Right.
It didn't line up, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Because the actual video
Mm,
file's fine, but when I put it in the software to like splice the clips, it like was fucked up. So I was like, "Okay, maybe it's the software. I'll get it. I'll just try something that's free." So I downloaded something. I can
right.
tell you in a second. OpenShot video editor.
Okay.
Okay, so then the clips that the audio was like delayed or fine now. Well, they're not delayed anymore, but now they have like a weird popping sound, like almost like my mic cord is jiggling.
Right.
But they did them before, so I'm gonna have to reshoot those. Anyway,
Mm.
it's a pain in the ass, but it'll it'll be okay. But
You'll get the hang of it.
it's been a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I think eventually you're going to develop like this process of like this is how I do this is how I do this, and this is how I do that. So I think
Yeah, I
you'll
think
be
the
good.
software is gonna help too. Having something that's like consistent and not a piece of shit. But I'm gonna
Right.
try different like open source ones first because I'm stingy, and eventually I'll like spend money on something. But
Yeah. S- So what are you going to be talking about? Just preventing the tilt?
yeah, so like the first video is gonna be going over kind of like I mean, we've talked about it, I'm pretty sure on episodes of this before, but just the basic like CBT principles. I give
Right.
some examples, um, and then I have like a couple other in the series mapped out. I can't give too much away. You got to keep them coming back for more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, It's like the first one's like 10 minutes long, and then I got like a couple more in mind. So
Right.
yeah, I'll probably upload it like next week.
So you're still doing sessions at work, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
What have
I had one today actually.
Yeah. So what kind of issues are you running into? Well, I shouldn't word it that way. What are some of the
Like the presenting problems of my
yeah,
clients or issues that I'm running into.
from your clients?
Okay.
I'm curious as to like how others are feeling at the moment because I'm just chilling to be honest.
Yeah, so far okay, so it's varied so far. So like I have one client that he's fine as far as the virus is concerned. Like it's not bothering
Right.
him at all. The adult that I saw today doesn't. It's only her second session, but she doesn't seem to be bothered by it at all. Um,
Okay.
I'm treating a kid, and like the kid's mom and dad are having a hard time with it, being
Ah,
stuck in the house with their two kids, and like the kids being stuck together, and they're like fighting a lot and
right.
stuff. So like that's difficult for them.
Right.
But no, so far I haven't had any client that's like freaking out about it or having a hard time.
Sure. Are you having a hard time or are you starting to kind of get used to it?
I mean, I'm getting used to it.
You're getting used to it?
Yeah. Ask me again in a month, and we'll see if it's different.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah, because that's when like the money will start to be an issue. But
Oh, I see.
yeah,
Yeah.
right now it's fine. What
That
about
seems to
you?
be
You said you're
I
chilling.
mean, Yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm having a good time right now, not gonna lie. Because I mean, I'm working from home. I haven't taken a pay cut or anything like that. And I'm working from home. I'm staying busy. I'm staying busy every day. I'm doing my self-care routine every single day. And I've been able to have more time for myself, you know?
Yeah.
And it just oh shit, my phone is really loud. And it just feels good, you know? I have time for myself. I get to do whatever I want, you know? I have a job. I'm still making my full salary. Is the only thing is that I do miss my parents and I do miss seeing my friends. Like I want to fucking
Mm.
touch your face right now, you know, because I haven't. No, not like that. But I'm
I'm gonna
just
touch my
saying.
face.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't like I need human interaction. Like I want
Oh
to
yeah, yeah.
like interact with people, you know, like sit down and talk face to face. And it's not something I've done in a while. Besides my tenant, you know,
You touch her face?
I don't touch her face. I'm just, dude. I'm just like, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I want to interact with someone. I miss interacting with my friends.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well, we'll get there eventually. It seems like you've had kind of like a change of perspective from last week.
in terms of, I forgot what we talked about last week.
No. I'm just saying it seems like you're dealing with it better this week than last week.
Yeah. I'm feeling better week after week. I still get a little bit. I still get the dash of anxiety here and there, but it's very minimal. And when I feel it, I barely feel it. But like kind of like that worry is still there, like a very like tad bit of worry, and I just keep reciting the same mantra to myself, like don't be scared of it, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's actually so like it hasn't directly like fully impacted me yet, but my sister-in-law was informed that she's had contact with someone who possibly has corona. So like my brother and her are in like lockdown for 14 days.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean they're both healthy and we're not really worried about it, but that's like really the only direct connection I have now. That
all
happened
right,
like 2 days ago or something. Yeah.
yeah. So from my understanding, our numbers have drastically fallen from infections.
Like the curve is starting to like.
Yeah, I think it's starting to go down.
Hmm. I know lots of states are talking about reopening, which doesn't seem smart yet, but
No, not yet. So they're worried about a second wave.
I did see that. Yeah,
You know how the Black Plague hit Europe twice, and the second time wasn't the second time worse.
probably.
The second time was worse.
Yeah, I
And I
think
heard
it
this
was.
one.
I think it was the same with like the Spanish influenza or whatever of like
Yeah,
1918 or whatever
right.
that was. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
ordered a dude, I'm so off topic right now. My brain is all over the place.
Well, there is
But
no
no, like
topic really.
I know, right? We're just kind of like shooting the shit today, just checking in
Yeah.
with each other. Hopefully, checking in with some people in chat if they are in chat. But yeah, I mean, what are we talking about again?
You ordered something.
Oh, before that, that was like way off topic. Oh
Spanish flu.
yeah. The curve is falling, and yeah, it's not a good idea to open shit right now. And it was trending on Twitter. To reopen Virginia.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, right now?
Yeah, no, DC just hit like 14,000 maybe cases,
Yeah,
I think.
I don't know if it's a good idea to open right now.
No.
I would like to see no more new infections. No more new infections.
Yeah.
And then yeah, then you can reopen. But if people are still being infected, no, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, no.
You know.
So the suspense is fucking killing me. What did you order?
Mm.
I ordered something too, so I'm curious to hear what you ordered, and then I'll tell you. And I'll tell you what I ordered.
So I ordered a tripod for my cam, so I can angle the camera differently.
So okay, I've thought about that, but I don't know if my camera will fit on the tripod. Like, do they normally just like screw in?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not a tripod. It's kind of like
It's like a little base, right? With like a
scissor mic or a scissor stand, like the one I put my mic on.
yeah.
It's the same as this thing, but it's for a camera.
Does it adapt to all cameras?
Hmm.
Or
At
like
the bottom of your webcam, you should have a little thread.
oh, all right, check this shit out. I don't see a thread.
You don't see a thread
I know this is a super
anywhere?
great view for like everyone watching.
I know, right?
Nah, man, I can send you a picture. On the bottom, I got like there's like a base that's like screwed in. Maybe if I unscrew that base, there's a thread.
I mean, I know I don't think all webcams are compatible with it, but I know mine does because mine actually came with a tripod.
Yeah.
This little guy here, like it has the
Yeah.
threading at the end, but
So I have the exact same cams that we had at work.
oh yeah, those cheapo ones. I'm
Oh
not sure if
yeah.
it's compatible. I mean, I think it's worth getting like a higher quality cam. Like my cam looks pretty good, right? Like I'm pretty smooth.
Oh
Like when I
yeah.
like move
Yeah.
around and stuff, like it should be okay. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
But
you.
it's a 1080p camera. It could run at 60 frames per second if I run it at 720. So I just run it at 720 because my cam is, or at least my cam window is so small on my stream. It doesn't matter if it doesn't need to be 1080.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've thought about that too because I just have mine like on top of my second monitor right now, and I'm very limited in like what
Right.
all. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when the money starts coming in again, or when you're in a better place financially, yeah, you should invest in a better camera and then get a arm with it so I can move it around. But I want to angle it from like here. That's not like sitting above my head because it's such a strange angle. So I wanted to like I'm face to face
Hmm.
with Chad instead of like above my head. It's
Yeah.
just an awkward angle.
Yeah. I gesticulate a lot, and like my camera doesn't
Mhm.
really pick it up unless I like, put my hands up here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Unless I
I mean,
sit
it's
really
just
far back, or unless I like act weird to do that. But yeah.
right.
So I ordered a
Yeah.
stand for my for my tower to be on the floor.
Nice. So it's kind of like a stool.
It's like a tempered glass stool. Just because I feel like my mic picks up like the humming from my computer. I can hear sometimes in the background if like no one's talking or there's no guns firing. There's like a low hum, and I think that's
Yeah.
what it's. And I think it's picking up like the vibration on the desk.
Right.
And I don't want to just put it on the carpet, so I got like a little glass like thing for it.
Yeah. I mean, have you tried improvising and using something different? Well, I mean, you already bought the stand, right?
It was cheap, yeah. I
Um,
already bought it. It'll give me
right.
more room on the desk. I mean, it'll be
Yeah.
it'll be good either
Yeah.
way.
My PC's on the floor too.
Yeah,
So, come to think of it, I should probably get a stand for it as well. Like, I know it's got little feet on my case at the bottom of my case. I know there's little feet on it, but I don't think that's enough for ventilation. And it's obviously sitting on carpet. It's not the best. Like,
yeah. I've
being someone who
always
builds computers, I figured, I should know better than that. But
so why don't you put it on carpet for everyone's
s- s-
education?
static electricity,
Yeah,
you don't want anything shorting. But since it sits still, I mean, it's fine. But
yeah.
I should best
My uh,
practices to put
my
it on something.
my
You know.
carpet's super staticky. Sometimes my keyboard will shock me if I like am moving my feet on my carpet and
Right.
playing, and I put my thumb on the edge of my keyboard. It shocks me.
Right. Right.
So yeah.
So
So yeah, it should be your Saturday. I'll have to like unplug everything. That'll be a pain in the butt. But
nice.
yeah.
What have you been doing to keep yourself distracted? Has it been like a grind for you? Like you're doing the same things every day and not bored of it quite yet?
I mean, I'm definitely bored at times, but I'm doing the same stuff
Yeah.
most of the day. So like, the past couple days, I've been like writing out ideas for videos for YouTube and like making scripts. And then
Right.
today I actually like shop. But otherwise, most of the time, if I'm not working, which is most of the time,
Yeah.
I'm chilling out on the couch with Bubba.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten to know Bubba a lot better, a lot
Yeah.
better.
Well, that's
Because
good.
before this, I was always working, so I would really only see Bubba like after work, before bed, and then like on weekends. So I'm getting to know him better.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I mean, what's one thing that has been kind of shitty today? So like the past 2 days, like when you look at my house to the right, there's like a big empty lot. It's just like woods. Someone bought
Right.
that lot and they're building a house on it now. So they've been clearing out the
Oh.
trees and shit, and it's been
Oh.
scaring the crap out of Bubba. And
Yeah.
today he was like super terrified because we were
Yeah.
outside and like one of the trees came down and he like flipped his shit.
Oh.
Yeah, so. But no, I mean
Yeah.
I'm definitely like bored at times. I think I could do this for a while though. Like
Same here.
yeah. I mean I once spent 2 years in an apartment where every time you'd use water, Chewbacca would come and visit you. And I lived there for it was like something wrong with the pipes. And like anytime you take a shower or flush a toilet, turn water on, you'd hear really loud, like really loud and like shook every time. And I stayed in that apartment for like 2.5 fucking years
Yeah.
or 3 years just because I can put up with anything for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been doing any like? Have you needed to do any like DBT or anything?
Like me myself?
Yeah.
Not really.
No.
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 No. I'm
I'm
pretty
still doing
cool. I'm pretty cool and collected for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
most. I mean, there's always exceptions to the rule, obviously, but
Right. I'm still doing like deep breathing and meditation stuff. It helps. And I've been digging like the guided meditations more.
like, what kind of guided meditation?
Oh, there's different kinds of guided meditation.
Well, I mean, there's like different like guided mindfulness things, right? Like there's like guided
Qigong, yeah, I've heard
imagery,
of it. Yeah.
you know, and different things.
It's more so like it's all audio. So it'll tell you like how to breathe, like when you take a deep breath, do belly breaths, breathing through your abdomen should expand, breathing through your nose, exhale through your mouth.
Yeah, like that diaphragmatic breathing.
Yeah, and I started doing this thing called Sohum, where you try to say the word so and you breathe in through your nose, and when you breathe out, when you exhale, you say the word hum, and it vibrates your chest, and it relieves any kind of like tension
Okay, wait. So
that
you
you have in your
say
chest.
out loud, you say the word "so" while breathing in your nose, and then you say "hum" while breathing out
Yeah,
your nose or out your mouth.
you breathe out through your mouth and you breathe in through your nose. So the idea, the Sohum, so the idea is to take your mind off of everything else and to focus on saying the word so and hum.
Okay.
And when you say the word hum, like you feel that vibration in your chest, you know, and then like relieves.
I feel like it's really hard
kind
to
of
speak
tension.
while breathing in through your nose, like when you think about it.
So when I breathe in, I just think of the word so.
Oh, so you don't actually say "so" out loud.
No,
You
I
think
only
of
say the
it.
word hum. Yeah, you think of the word
Okay,
so.
I can do
and
that
then when you exhale,
probably.
you say hum. Yeah.
Okay. I was just sitting here now trying to think of how would I say "so" while breathing in my nose, and I was stumped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so someone in chat wrote something very interesting. My Gramps was a general for ARVN. I'm not familiar with that, so you might need to tell me what ARVN is. And was a prisoner of war for 20 years. All his friends died. The only reason he survived was because he learned Qigong from his master and moved his weakness around. That's South Vietnam. Okay.
Jeremy with the
When
post
he
for
came over
12
to the States,
viewers.
he had
Holy shit,
to have
man.
surgery. They could not cut him
And
with a
House
scalpel in
R6,
places.
thanks for the follow.
They tortured him
Damn,
and had
Jeremy.
to laser him instead.
Hope your bald head's doing well. I saw you
Damn.
shaving. Sorry, I got distracted by a huge host from Jeremy.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Thanks for the host, Jeremy. Yeah.
Oh, my mute button is working. You can't hear me, can you? Sweet. And thank you for the follow, Rev Ashley. Appreciate it.
Wow, that's rough.
But yeah, so
He tried to pass it on to you, like practicing qigong and stuff. You don't have the discipline. Yeah, that's something a lot of us lack. Yeah. I remember I went to this Buddhist camp when I was young, and it was just kind of like a summer camp. It was a reason for my parents to ship me off for a week. But we had this master there. He was Tai Chi, and I think that's pretty much the same thing. Tai Chi is Qigong. I believe that's the same thing. And he tried to teach us, and he did it for like 50 years or something like that. Or no, I'm sorry. He did it for like 25, 30 years at the time. And his body was solid as a rock. It was crazy. Yeah, the breathing exercises, and he says something like, yeah, just doing the breathing, it took him a long time to do. to unlock points like Rock Lee.
You gotta level that skill up. Yeah, no, I mean, I do deep breathing all the time. I would say, I guess
Yeah.
that. But, like, as far as have I been having to, like, actively do a coping skill because I'm, like, in distress over what's going on? I mean, not really, no.
Mm.
I'm also very lazy by nature, so I'm kind of enjoying being lazy. Like, I'll clean the
Yeah.
floors and then I'll go lay on the couch for a few hours with the Bloodhound, and then I'll get up and, like, take a piss and I'll go back and lay on the couch.
Yeah, I've actually been the complete opposite. I've been taking on a lot of like projects. Like my garage is completely organized. I spent 4 hours last Saturday cleaning out the garage, building shelves, and organizing the whole thing. And so my garage looks fucking amazing.
See, I haven't done, like, any sort of shit like that. Like,
Oh,
using
really?
my time productively. Because I also think we're going to have a while anyway before this is all
Yeah.
over with. So the procrastinator in me is like, I'll be productive at some point.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true.
Yeah.
I've been productive, just not, like, doing things around the house that need to get done.
Right, right.
But
But yeah, I've been super productive. I've been very very active. You know, because I'm sitting here for 8 hours a day. I mean, I don't sit here for 8 hours straight. I can't fucking do that. I at least so my garage is always open because I take frequent breaks all the time. I get up and walk around at least once an hour. I'll get up, I'll go outside to the garage, I'll sweep a little bit, something to get my, blood going and stand up, stretch, whatever, walk around, just get that circulation going.
mm,
So I've been doing that like every hour. I've been
That's
prepping
good.
all of my meals.
damn, dude, you're killing it.
Yeah, I cook every night, and well, almost every night. I try to prep like 2-3 days ahead of time so I have food. But I go on like 30-minute walks every day just to try to be active and get some air and stuff. And then weekends, I usually during the daytime on the weekends, typically I spend that time playing games. However, I notice no one has really been on weekend during the daytime. Oh, except for yourself and Mopsky. I noticed you guys are playing Siege, but
That's like
otherwise,
That's like at night. I haven't really been on during weekend days.
Oh, really? Who did I play with?
Mopsky does. I mean, Mopsky
Oh,
does, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Now Jeremy's with the raid. Thank you, sir.
Mhm.
Yeah, like, I mean, I guess my routine hasn't changed a whole lot. And of course, my wife is commenting that while I've been sitting on my ass, she has been working her ass off, which is true. But that's why I'm the trophy husband now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
welcome, house.
Yeah,
And
welcome
Jock,
everybody.
welcome. If this is your first time, we take so we do this weekly. I feel like I say this every week. I guess I could have like a pop-up disclaimer that just says this at some point to save time. But
Yeah.
some of you I know have been here before, some haven't. So we take like normally there's a topic every week. It's mental health related, video gaming related. Hey, Ubi Frank, how you doing? And we talk about it. The past couple weeks we haven't really had a topic. We've just kind of been checking in with each other because of Corona. So like it's open territory if anyone has any questions or topics they want to discuss. What is that emoji you just, I don't know what that is. Or topics or anything you want to discuss, just like ask. And we will talk about it.
It's cheers, like a beer cup, 2 beer cups, like
Is it?
yeah. The one that
That's
Denthasia put up.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
see
like
that now.
2
So
beer mugs, yeah.
from this distance, it looks like an ass. That's why I was just
True.
saying there, and I was like
Like an ass.
an ass, right? Kind of like the. So I don't
Like-
see
like
like a
butt
middle. I don't see like a like I don't see a middle between the two glasses. I just see like the
Oh.
shape and like a crease.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I can see from my distance. I can see like the handles and stuff like that, and I can see the little expressive,
So yeah, Jeremy, you already made the mistake, man. So I was in your stream just enough to see you like shaving like this part of your head. So how's the quarantine holding up for you, man? Shit. Okay, so Zero, you want to talk about mental masturbation?
Sure.
Okay,
Mental masturbation.
mental masturbation, dingling your cerebellum, and things. Yeah. What about mental masturbation do you want to talk about, Zero? What are
Wait,
your
so what would you consider mental masturbation? What is that to you?
So I mean, in my mind, and maybe my definition is wrong, but like in my mind, mental masturbation is like mind games, huh? Didn't. No, like thought puzzles.
Sure.
right? Like ways to like, tickle your mind and make you think about things and like ponder and muse over things. That's my understanding of what mental masturbation is,
Okay,
right?
sure.
I really like want to look this up. I'm really afraid of what's going to pop
Yeah,
up so I'm going
I'm
to take it
scared of
off my
looking too.
screen.
Yeah, dude, on your second monitor.
Yeah, I was like, I really want to look this up.
Because I would imagine mental masturbation to be something that releases endorphins.
Well, according to Google search, I am wrong.
Okay.
It's knowledge that doesn't have a point, doesn't arrive to a conclusion, and it's useless for you, but you occupy your mind with.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Intellectually stimulating conversation with little or no purpose.
Oh, well, not really. Intellectual conversation with no purpose?
Is that like
Not intellectual
oxymoronic, kind of? Like what? Like okay, well I guess the example my lovely wife has put in chat: if you travel back in time and have sex with yourself, is it sex or masturbation?
It's sex.
Okay, why is that sex?
Because sex involves like two people, right?
So if you go back in time and it's yourself,
Yeah, but like I'm a different person
okay, so okay,
because I see a physical embodiment of myself, and if I fuck myself, I mean that's pretty much it's sex, right? But if I just rewound time and I was still in my own body, then that would be masturbation. I guess it depends on how you want to picture this.
all I know is it's dirty and wrong, and that's what makes it so hot.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess.
Okay, Jeremy. So what was the conclusion? So Jeremy's friend has pondered this question before, and asked Jeremy this.
Well, I don't mean different person. I mean like a copy of myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we got
Like if I went back in time and at this particular hour on this day, if I was coming down the stairs and my version of me now went back in time and I was sitting in this chair and I see myself and we're like interacting with each other
Mm-hmm.
and then we end up having sex, I mean that's just like sex, right? But if I just rewound time of my exact person, then
Mm-hmm.
if I at this particular time, I mean it would just still be me, just going back in time though. I guess if you want to talk about a parallel universe, then are we bringing parallel universes into this?
I guess we could. Why not? I mean, we are masturbating our brains, so like that's actually a good point. When you have sex with yourself. Yeah. No, I get it.
Isn't masturbation like? Huh. I see where you're getting at now. I see where you're getting at now.
Yeah.
Because masturbation is the this is not TOS, is it?
I don't think so. I don't
No,
know.
this
I
isn't
don't.
TOS. I was gonna read erotic stories on stream.
Then what are you worried about?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, so here's another question, unless anyone has any in chat. Yeah, blame Zero for this, for what you all have gotten into. Okay, next question. And I know my wife's gonna yell at me for probably saying this one wrong, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So, if God is all powerful, can he make a burrito so hot that he cannot eat it?
That he cannot eat it?
Yeah. So he's all powerful, but can he heat up a
Right.
burrito so hot that he cannot eat it?
Doesn't want to, or he actually can't?
Like it's too hot for him physically. Like it's too hot for him physically to eat. Now I know God's hunger is insatiable, so I'm sure he'd want to eat the burrito. But I'm saying
Are
like
you sure his hunger is insatiable? What if he doesn't need to eat?
What if he doesn't
Because
need to?
if he's all powerful, then he doesn't need to eat.
So
He's
you,
just he's just there, and he just does whatever the fuck he wants because he's God. I mean, do
so
you
are you,
think God needs to poop? I doubt that. I'm pretty sure he doesn't need to pee either. He doesn't need anything in his body. How do you know he even has a body? What if he's
you
just
may
like
be
a
asking the wrong question. Maybe it's not does he need to poop, but does he enjoy pooping and therefore he poops anyway?
well?
Because
Can
it
he
can be
even poop?
satisfying. He's all
What if he
powerful,
doesn't?
right?
What if he doesn't have a body?
Could he manifest a body just to take a shit if he's all powerful?
He could. I guess I see where you're coming from. I
Did
guess
Jesus take a shit
I don't know. I guess he could manifest a burrito.
and heat it
He
up,
could-
but it gets so hot that he
But-
can't eat it anymore?
but at a certain point, won't that burrito just like dry up and disintegrate?
That's a good question. I don't know the physics of burritos.
Won't it just like dry up and like shrivel up to a point where it's not edible? So yeah, I actually do think so. He can heat up a burrito to a point where he can't eat it.
I don't know if God would use toilet paper. I feel like he would like have like a choir of angels wipe his ass or have like a really fancy bidet.
Or you could just make it disappear.
Like he'd like Thanos it
Yeah.
and the turd will like
Well, the one that's on his ass, the stuff that's like on his ass still, yeah, he
Yeah.
just makes it disappear.
That's true. I hope we haven't offended anyone with our blasphemous ponderings.
It's good for your mental health to talk about these kind of things.
Yeah.
I
it
don't know.
is.
I don't know if that's true. Is it really?
I mean, it may be fun for us. I don't think anyone watching is enjoying themselves, but it's fun for us. So like
Yeah, it's for us to talk about it.
everyone that's here has been forced into it by someone at some point. Thank you, Zero. So you've been playing some games. So like, is God a Coke or Pepsi fan? Oh shit. We're about to be very divisive here.
I would say he's a Pepsi fan.
I was gonna go with Coke.
There you go, Coke.
I was gonna go. It's probably just because I'm a Coke fan, and like that's
Because-
probably why.
Since God is the all-knowing, he would know that Coke used to actually put Coke in their Coke.
That's why you go for the Coke.
Oh. Will he endorse that though? Won't he be like, "Oh, you guys did something bad, and you put something bad in your product, so therefore I'm going with Pepsi"?
But
Maybe.
if God created everything, God created cocaine, right? Or he created the precursors to get cocaine.
Right, but we made cocaine out of it and we abused it.
Maybe it's I'm not trying to endorse cocaine on stream. I was
Yeah.
trying to be funny in a joke,
mean-
but like
I mean, God put oil in the ground, and we turned it into gasoline, right?
that's true.
And we can snort that shit. Isn't that like abuse?
True. But God believes in redemption, right? And now Coca-Cola does not put cocaine in their product anymore. So Coca-Cola's back in the running because God's big on redemption and shit,
Right. Sorry if anybody works for Coke and you're watching this.
My grandpa did.
Oh, your grandfather.
That's
did?
actually why I have that Coke machine. Yeah, he worked for Coke. He was a delivery person.
He who cast the first rock, and I shall smoke if.
Yeah. I like how I'm talking about like I know anything about God and I've been to church. Like I can count the amount of times on like one hand
know,
that I've
right?
ever set foot inside of a church.
Yeah.
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 Big Mac or Whopper? I guess that goes back to does God actually eat food? Does he enjoy in such pleasures? Okay, say that we perfect brain transplants. Your brain is extracted and divided in two, and each half
Okay.
is put into a clone of your body. I'm butchering this really bad tonight. Okay, your brain's extracted. It's divided in two. Each half is put into a clone. Each patient wakes up, remembers your memories, and thinks and feels as if they're you. Now there's two people claiming to be you. Are there now two yous, or have you been destroyed by the creation of two half yous?
They can claim to be me. Technically, they are, aren't they?
So
They
they're
carry a
just
part of my conscience, right? Let them claim to be me. People will learn that there are three of me.
why are there three of you?
Wait, isn't that?
No, you are one of
divided into
you're one of
two.
these two.
I'm one of the two. Yeah, let them. Let them be like it wasn't me.
That was a nice joke, by the way, Jock. He worked for Coke. He must have been a real buzz. Yeah, he was a cool guy. And like so I really feel like a lot of these, I don't know if there's right or wrong answers to. And I'm sure like one could spend like years and years, writing a dissertation on this.
Yeah.
No one you as other house. I'm not sure that makes sense, bud. I don't know what that means. Is the clone of a dog the same as the dog that was cloned? Well, Jeremy, everything goes back to going back in time and making out with yourself. I think everything comes back to that. So what games have you been playing? So like you said you've been playing some. Are you still on the Valorant kick or?
Yeah, I'm loving Valorant. I'm loving that game. I played some last night. I'm about to play some more again tonight. I'm having a blast with Valorant. I'm getting better at it. There's this one game I had 37 kills in this one game. Except when annoying ass kids play with you. Yeah, we were playing with a buddy of mine, and he's actually in my chat, and we were playing with his nephew and a couple of his friends. But I mean, for kids, they were all right. They were all right. They weren't terribly annoying. I mean, yeah, there were parts where they're just running around and just talking way too much. But I mean, kids, it's all good. And then you win, you still get annoyed. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. We won a game yesterday. We were still annoyed.
I think you have to have like a different mindset when you're playing with kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just see them as having fun. Kids will be kids. Let them be kids. So it's not a big deal.
I will say the other day I was not intentionally. I got like paired up with this kid, and he was really quite annoying.
Yeah.
Really annoying. Really toxic too. So I muted him. Then I unmuted him. Then he asked me if I wanted to play Fortnite with him, and I said no.
Yeah, the nice thing about the kids that we were playing with last night, they were good kids. They weren't like rude or anything like that, but they were just they're kids,
Now when you say kids, like that could be very like
12, 14 years old, something like that.
Yeah, those
like
kids those kids are the worst. Age wise, like those kids are like annoying as hell.
Yeah.
I don't know about the kids you were playing with. They sound like lovely people. I don't mean any offense. But in general, 12 to 14-year-olds are little brats.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, like there's like a window between like when they just shit themselves, I don't really like them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't deal with them. And then from like 6 to like 11 maybe, they're kind of funny. They're starting to understand you and what you're talking about. And then from like 12 to like 14 or 15, they're just little shits. And then like they get
exploit everything.
Yeah, and then they can get better afterwards.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know how Zero. I don't know how you have 12 kids and deal with it. I don't get it. And yeah, we did get off topic, but it is what it is. This is going to be one of those Jeremy-like streams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone have any questions? I mean, I could talk about like what I've been doing at work, the kind of issues that the people are going through, but it's not very interesting comparatively.
It seems like for the most part, people are handling the quarantine fairly well, but maybe it's because a lot of the folks in chat are full-grown adults and they know how to handle themselves. It's not like we have.
Dude, you've seen the news. There's plenty of full-grown adults who do not know how to handle their shit right now. We got like people protesting with signs that are like, "We don't need no face mask," and they're wearing a fucking face mask, and it's like, you fucking moron, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, I saw this writing on the back of this guy's truck, and I think it was on Reddit or something like that. And he says something along the lines of, the moment you put on that mask was the moment you surrendered your like freedom of speech or something like that. I was like, this has nothing to do with freedom of speech. Like, this, right?
And you can talk through the fucking mask. Like, it's not like you could still fucking speak with the damn surgical mask on. Like,
you can still talk, motherfucker.
See, okay, so like I'm a libertarian, I know, like, and I don't want to get into like deep on this sort of stuff, but like even me, who's like the government telling me to do anything, my first instinct is fuck you. You can't tell me what to do. This is the right thing to fucking do, people. There's also a thing called the social contract, right? Like my dad actually taught me that at a very young age. The idea of like I knew about social contract when I was like a teenager because my dad like sat me down one day and was like, I'm going to teach you about social contracts so you're not a piece of shit when you grow up.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, like, and I hate the government telling me to do anything, like anything at all, even if it's something I want to do. Like if the government mandated that I sit on my ass. Hey, Professor Legit, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, if the government was like, Don Tony, you're going to sit on your ass and play Siege all day, I'd be like, the fuck I am. You can't tell me, even though like that's what I want to do. Right.
So what is the formal definition of social contracts? Because I was never taught social contracts when I was young.
So it's I mean, like I'm just like, if I just had to put it like in like a really basic nutshell, and I'm being very like I know this is very reductive, and my philosopher wife is probably gonna like correct the definition, but in general, it's the idea that like your rights end where my nose, or my rights end where like my nose ends, or your rights end where my nose begins. I'm not speaking correctly here, but it's the idea that like sometimes for like the common good, there's like basic shit you don't fucking do.
Right. Like if you need to take a piss, you go to the bathroom. You don't piss in a bush outside the mall.
So it's an implicit, I'm Googling it so I don't sound so dumb. It's an implicit agreement among the members of a society to cooperate for social benefits. For example, sacrificing some individual freedom for state protection.
Right.
So like with like the government, we give away some of our rights for like protection from them and for the greater good, right?
Right.
Yeah. So like that's like with social contract, yeah. Because I think when my dad sat me down, I was very much like, I didn't really know what I was saying because I was a dumb teenager and most teenagers are dumb. But I thought I was an anarchist. And my dad, he's a very like Reagan conservative. He sat me down and was like, this is dumb. And let me tell you why. And then he went over the whole social contract and all that sort of stuff.
I see.
Yeah.
Like my parents never taught me the idea of social contracting, but they would let me know when to do certain things, and they would explain why, for the most part. And the reason I say for the most part is because when I was raised, I was not allowed to have an opinion, you know. And
is that typical, like culturally?
I don't think
or were
so.
your parents just like, I don't want to hear your shit?
I think my mom was pretty much like, I don't want to hear your shit.
Okay.
I mean, my father was at work like 13, 14 hours a day, so it's not like, you know, he was there for most of it, but my mom was always like, and I think it's because she doesn't know the answer to it, so she's just like, fuck off, son, like politely, you know. But
and yes, Zero, my wife is a philosopher, so she has undergrad and graduate degrees in that, and she uses her philosophy and stuff. But she can talk about that more. Yeah, so I mean, I don't think most parents sit their kids down and is like, son, let me tell you about the social contract. Like, I don't think that's like a typical, like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I don't think that's like a typical parenting experience. My dad's a doctor of political science and mass communication. So that might be partially why he like, yeah. And whenever he wanted to talk to me, he would call me to his office. Like we had 2 lines back in the day when we didn't have cell phones, we had 2 lines, and he would call the second line, which went to my bedroom, and be like, I need to meet with you. Come to my office. And I'd have to come sit in like a chair while he's behind his desk, and he would lecture me. Yeah. I always knew I was in trouble when I got called to his office to sit there. Yeah.
Called to his office.
And if I'd argue with him, he would always be like, son, these are my diplomas and degrees. Where are your degrees? All right, now shut the fuck up. You're wrong. He would really do that. He'd like point to his PhD and stuff and be like, "No, you see these on the wall? Where are yours? All right, go fuck off." I'd be like,
That's
okay,
funny,
Dad.
because none of my parents have college degrees.
Yeah.
So I can't say my parents were the most educated. My parents were very smart, but you know, my dad came here in like his very late 20s, and he barely spoke a lick of English. Until this day, he is 68, 69 years old, and he still can barely speak a lick of English. And I'm like, Dad, how long have you been in this country? You still can't pronounce your R's correctly.
Aw.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, he can't pronounce this. He can't pronounce L's. He says every L like it's an R. But
That's how the stereotype goes, correct?
yeah, pretty much.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I had the best of both though. So like my dad obviously is very well educated. So your fuck you attitude is from the diplomas. I don't have a fuck you attitude. My dad doesn't have a fuck you attitude. What he was saying was if I was arguing with him, he'd be like, "You're full of shit. I know more than you. Look at my diplomas." So that's what he would, yeah. Because my dad did know more than me because I was a dumbass teenager. So yeah, my dad was. I mean, I was wrong in the things I was arguing for the most part. There was some things where I still to this day think I was right. But
yeah.
You think my dad has a fuck you attitude, Zenphasia? You like my dad. He's funny. He is. But okay, as I was saying, I had the best of both though, because my mom is just high school diploma.
Right.
Yeah, so like I've had both. But yeah. I'm really curious now to hear what my wife thinks about my I missed something in chat. Okay, well that's fine. But yeah, fuck man, we've been like all over the place tonight and like haven't really had any real like direction here. Yeah. I'm okay with it though. I don't really care too much.
Yeah. So to give a little context, we usually get our topics from things that we encounter.
Yeah.
And being that we're not really encountering anything, I mean, everybody is just home and there's not much interaction. We've just kind of been shooting the shit and checking in with each other and also with chat to see if, you know, anybody has any questions and how to deal with certain things. Because I'm, as Don mentioned earlier, there are plenty of folks out there who are having a tough time, which is okay. I think is perfectly normal. But usually we have like an agenda. But I think this is the only time Don and I really catch up, because he never texts me or call me or anything like that. But I don't text or call him either, so I guess it works.
I don't text or call people in general, honestly. Like, I mean, I talk to my parents like once a month. Nathan, who I've been best friends with since I was like 7. I mean, we text, but like it's normally like, hey, you want to play this video game, and that's it.
Yeah.
I do have to backpedal. I don't think I have an attitude, Jeremy. And fuck you for thinking so.
Don definitely does not. I don't think he has an attitude. I used to see him like every single day, and not a single time has he ever had like an attitude.
I'm really good at hiding it at work. I'm really good at like, yeah. I've learned to be able to like bite my lip and not have an attitude. If anything, I mean, a little bit, maybe the attitude's from my dad a little bit, but I have my own diplomas now. So if I want to, I could hang mine up here and do the same thing. But I can't like, I can't win the argument with my wife because she'll be like, well, here are my fucking diplomas. And then I'll get nowhere. So like, there's no point in me hanging the diplomas up and trying to use those to win arguments. Cause like she would just match my diploma with her diplomas.
Exactly. I was going to say, like, you point at your diploma, she's going to point at hers.
What was that you're yelling at me from the other room?
Taking nobody's shit.
No, I wouldn't do that anyway. My wife is feisty.
Yeah. When this shit is all over, man, I'm gonna have a fucking massive picnic. And we're gonna go out somewhere with tons of fucking people, and we're inviting everybody, and we're gonna grill and get wasted in public at a fucking park.
That sounds like a great idea.
Just because it's closed and we can't go there right now, and after all this is over, I'm inviting everybody out.
So what are you going to bring to said picnic?
I don't fucking know, but I'm bringing like lots of shit, and we're going to like share drinks, and we're going to share food. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I'm just trying to be like rebellious after all this is over. You know what I mean? Do all the shit that we weren't allowed to do during this quarantine, you know?
So how long will it take you once quarantine is lifted to be comfortable to share a drink with someone. Like, I'm
Well,
not doing that shit ever again.
well, if I know certain people are like safe, like if I was to invite Shauna out somewhere and her hubby, and we were to go somewhere, yeah, I have no problem sharing a drink with her, or with you or your wife. You know, like I wouldn't mind
What?
that at all because I know you guys are keeping yourself safe.
I don't really like the idea of drinking after someone anyway, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean,
Like,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
really like, I don't really ever see
I
myself
don't mean
doing
like
that.
literally, but like sharing space with someone. You know, like I wouldn't mind that. I don't mean literally like, you know, sharing a drink with you. Not like I take a swig out of this beer bottle and then hand it to you, and you take a swig out of it, or vice versa. I don't mean that.
Yeah, can we just have 2 beers?
Yeah, yeah. We could sit very close to each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We can sit close. I'd be willing to do that when this is all over.
Yeah, that's that's what I meant.
But yeah, so Jeremy's saying that like
Yes, lots of hugs too.
I was probably still shaped by the experience of my dad. I'm sure I was. I mean, yeah. My dad's a very formal person. Like casually dressed for him is like a button-up collared shirt and jeans and cowboy boots is like casual.
I am nothing like my parents.
Yeah.
Zero. I am nothing like my parents.
You don't have that phenomenon of the older you get, you start to catch yourself being like, "Oh fuck, man, that's my dad or that's my mom."
The only thing that I'm starting to catch are little nitpicky things that irritate me, and I want to fix it. And I get that from my dad.
Hmm.
But when it comes to like sense of humor, demeanor, the way I see things, it's completely different from my parents. Sometimes I have to school my parents on morals and ethics and how I see things and what's right or wrong, and that's a cultural thing. That's a cultural thing because if I went to my mom and I was like, hey, um, I'm dating someone bisexual, they'd be like, what did you say? You know what I
Oh,
mean?
well,
That's
my
kind
dad's the same, but that's because he's a Southern
Yeah.
conservative man. So, like, obviously, my dad
Right.
would be like, you know,
Yeah, but it still stems from culture, and that's but they've gotten a lot better though. I'll give them that.
I was gonna say my dad's come a long way. Like, he really
Yeah.
has.
Yeah.
I could quote some things he said when I was much younger that, like, nowadays, obviously, like, you know, it wasn't okay then either, but like, it's especially not okay now. And I don't want to say these
Right.
things, but like, he's evolved over the years. Absolutely,
Yeah.
he has. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when I told her I told my mom I was talking to someone, and I told them she was bisexual, and my mom looked at me, and at first she was just kind of like, oh, what the fuck are you thinking, you know? But she responded with, are you sure you can handle that? And I was like,
That's a good
yeah,
response.
I'm sure I can. I don't know about, you know, in that particular moment, but if someone was bisexual, I'd be open to it. It's like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But I knew what I knew what my mom wanted to say, but she didn't say it. But she had that look on her face. That's just kind of like, what?
Can you handle it, son?
Yeah, yeah,
That is a good response.
yeah. Do you have anything else? Any other updates?
Dude,
Nothing?
life has been so boring and like mundane.
man.
No, I don't have fucking anything. I mean, my
Have you
case.
tried to get a Valorant key at all?
No, I really haven't. No,
Oh, you really haven't?
I
Oh,
haven't.
okay.
I could try. Like, I mean, surely they're going to do an open beta soon, right? Like, I imagine this closed beta is only going to go on for so long, and then they'll do an open beta.
It's supposed to come out in summer.
Yeah,
And that's-
so like, so
That's very soon. It's April. It's end of April, almost May.
Yeah, so I imagine an open beta is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
would
mean,
say probably next month is gonna probably be open. Yeah, at that time, I guess you know we could just play
Yeah.
open beta to see if you like it.
I am gonna try when it comes out. I am.
Yeah.
I just don't, and I'm lazy as shit. Like I don't want to make. I have to make like a new account because I have an account for what's the publisher?
Riot?
Is it Riot?
Yeah, Riot Games.
Do I have a Riot?
Have you played League of Legends?
I have. Yeah.
Then you have a Riot account.
So I'll probably make a new one because I don't even know what email that's attached to at this point. But so I'd have to do that. I'd have to like stake out people's streams.
Yeah.
You
Just
know.
leave it on overnight.
Yeah, but then my computer's running all night, and like,
That's
you
true.
know,
That's true. I get into the habit of turning off my computer every night too.
I have been. Yeah,
Yeah, because I don't want to waste too much energy.
that's kind of where I'm at with it too. Yeah,
Yeah,
going green
I've
and
already.
whatnot.
Yeah. I've installed a Google Nest thermostat to save money on power. So I run it on eco mode all the time. Like it turns off at like during the daytime, and then at night it starts to AC will turn on or the heater will turn on depending on the temperature outside.
Can't someone hack you through that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you should probably look into that. I'm pretty sure people can hack you through those. It's connected to the internet, right?
Yeah, it's connected to, well, it's connected on my Wi-Fi, but I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a way to hack it. But I'm honestly just not really worried about it.
Yeah, I'm paranoid.
Why I'm not concerned about it, I have no idea. That means someone's gonna have to intentionally come to my house, and well, I guess I don't really have to do that, but
You got a long list of enemies, man.
yeah,
I almost said enemies. You have a
Enemies.
long list of enemies, man.
yeah.
Those are enemies that want to give you an enema. Yeah, I can hear my wife screaming from the other room. No. Yeah. Half the reason I'm paranoid about all of these smart devices is because of her.
Oh yeah, rightfully so.
Yeah. That and the paranoid, like, you know,
Good for Big Brother. Also, yes.
libertarian person in me anyway. Those sort of things scare me too, but yeah.
Yeah.
But nah, man, I don't really have anything else. Does anyone in chat have anything they want to talk about? Get off their chest? Any questions? Grievances? Oh, we
Any
started
struggles?
watching this awesome show while chat thinks about it.
Yeah. What have you been watching?
What We Do in the Dark, in the Shadows. What We Do in the Shadows.
I heard about that show. Is that on Hulu?
It is, dude. It's funny as shit. So I heard about it a while ago because there's a movie with that name, and it's created by one of the guys in Flight of the Conchords. Yeah.
Flight of the Conchords is so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, so he created the concept and made this movie where he's like one of the vampires. So this TV show, he's an executive producer and creator on, and he's actually in
Right.
one of the episodes.
Right.
I am alive, Mop.
What We Do in the Shadows, wasn't that done by Taika Waititi,
Done by who now?
the director? It was, yeah, Taika Waititi, yeah.
I haven't-
He also did Thor Ragnarok. That's how I heard of that name. But he's a good director. Like he's really fucking funny.
Oh, okay. I have no clue, but I know Jermaine is hilarious. So
Yeah.
the show's it's really good. It's like mockumentary kind of style, like The Office sort of thing, but it's these vampires in this house.
Right.
It's funny. Yes, Mopsky, we are alive. We are alive.
Yeah, I haven't been streaming lately, but I'm gonna start again very soon. I'm just waiting for my arm stand, whatever the fuck you call it, swivel arm, I guess you can call it that, to get in, so I could rearrange the cam and stuff. And I also bought a hub or a switch for it for my cam, so I don't have to unplug it and then replug it in every time. So I could just hit a button and it'll switch to my switch to my streaming PC, and another button will go back to my gaming PC.
Yeah. And Mop, you know I'm alive. I talked to you like earlier today, dude. You can't fool me. You knew I was alive. I don't know about color, but you knew I was alive.
I've been MIA for a while, so I don't really blame him for thinking that I was just kind of gone. Yeah, Taika Waititi, he's also trying to do the new Akira, which is pretty cool. I hope he does it.
You said he's doing a new what?
Akira?
Oh, Akira. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Like a live action or like
Yeah, live action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Live action Akira.
I've seen it a long time ago. All I recall is it's a very angry person who blows shit up, right? When they yell or something.
No.
You've never seen Akira?
I have, but it's been so long.
All I
haven't
remember is
seen
a lot of
Akira in,
like,
20
"Ah!"
years.
and then like big like mushroom cloud explosions. I was never a big anime person, but I have seen Akira. It's just been for fucking ever.
Yeah.
Well, Color, you better stream soon, because if not, Mop is gonna rip his arm off, eat the stump, and then beat whatever's left of it on his great aunt Ruth. So, for
Yeah,
great
I've been
great
hanging
Aunt
out
Ruth
with-
safe.
Yeah, I miss hanging out with the folks who come in. But yeah, I'm probably gonna start streaming Valorant because I'm bored of every other game out there, and that's another thing that was holding me back from streaming. There was just nothing really to play, man. Like I've been playing Stardew Valley. Who wants to see me play Stardew Valley? Fucking nobody. So I've just been playing that on my own time. But I'm getting to a point where, um, it's bearable to watch me play Valorant. Like I'm not gonna own people, but it's bearable to watch. Like I get kills, but it's not like
Yeah.
I'm acing every round. But I mean, even some of like the old like CS pros, CS:GO pros. I mean, even they're not acing every round and getting like an astronomical amount of kills. You know, that's one of the games where it's just like you do well or you do okay. You know, or you do really shitty. Do really well or really shitty.
That sums up Siege for me. I either do really well or I do really shitty.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
kind of like that with, I think most streamers. That happens to most people. Even like regardless of how good you are, you're gonna get bad games more often than you think. Like I've seen plenty of pros, whether it's Overwatch or Apex Legends or Counter Strike. I mean, well, actually, I don't really watch much Counter Strike, but mostly Overwatch and Apex. I've seen plenty of like pro players, and you know, some of these pro players you hold the highest standard, and even sometimes they get shit on in games, like multiple games in a row. They're just getting dookied on by people.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't have that expectation, but I want to at least be, at least want to be knowledgeable of the game so I know what I'm doing. So.
Sorry, pool repair. I don't have any Valorant drops for you.
Oh shit! Did I change? Okay, yeah, no, I haven't streamed since
I mean,
last
mine's
Wednesday.
definitely not set to Valorant. I can promise that.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna
Sorry,
start.
man. I am not very poggers. Then I apologize, dude. I actually haven't even played Valorant. We were just saying I have not even touched the game. Yeah,
Yeah.
not very pog champ of me there, Chief. Yeah, yeah. Use some more words I still don't understand. So for the longest time, I thought pog meant piece of garbage. Not joking. Yeah, for the longest time, I had to Google meaning of pog and get my fucking definition, and then I was like, oh, it's not piece of garbage. Yeah. So, sorry, dude. You're gonna have to go elsewhere for that Valorant drop.
Yeah.
I do remember pogs. I do.
Yeah.
I knew
do
that's not
remember
what they
Pogs
were
as well.
talking about. Like, you know, I knew that at least that like they weren't talking about pogs.
And
Yeah.
now I keep saying this, but I do want to play Siege with you guys again because playing Siege with you guys is like
Lies.
not stressful, you know. But
Anytime, man. I mean, so like any Monday, Thursday, Saturday.
Yeah.
I know I'll be on tomorrow. I don't know if we're doing ranked or not, but like afterwards, you could. And I think Saturday I'm not doing ranked. I know we have a 10-man, but like after that, if you ever want to, man, we definitely.
yeah, I'm down.
Mopsy's gonna hold you to it. Like it really like, and I think Siege is definitely one of those games where you have to just grind it. Like if you have the desire, you just have to really grind and like even and just go in knowing you're gonna get your butt kicked at times and you're gonna learn shit all the time.
Yeah.
Because I still to this day will die sometimes and be like, oh shit, I didn't realize that was like a new angle or, and these are on maps that I've been playing on now for like 3 years, and they'll still be like new angles.
Yeah, and it's crazy because when I'm playing Valorant, like I know a lot of the call outs and I know the maps pretty well, which I think is crazy.
Yeah.
And I've only played a handful of matches.
It's
I mean,
because
no,
it's because
quite
it's
a few
just
matches under
Counter
my
Strike,
belt.
dude. That's why. It's because it's
Right,
just
but-
Counter Strike, and you
right,
played a
but-
lot
but-
of Counter Strike.
Yeah, but the maps are still designed differently. But I know, like when I play the map, I know exactly which way to go, and I know where they're going to be peeking from already. You know,
Mhm.
it's just something about the way they design the maps is really easy to remember. I think that's what it is. I think it's because Siege has a lot of verticality to it. It's hard to keep track of where you're at. You know,
Mm.
which I think is one thing that makes the game actually fun, just because there's so many ways you can play that map. Right? Am I mistaken?
No, you're not. I mean, so like each site that you attack, there's gonna be like, I mean, you can really attack it any way you want, but there are some like common, I guess, strategies that most people will do. Like
Right.
when you're attacking cash room on Clubhouse, most people want to get like the wall open, the exterior wall open first, and so there's things like that. But like, yeah, I mean, there's lots of different ways to attack a site. Different team compositions will attack a site differently. There's a lot to the game, which is frustrating for new players.
Right.
But in my opinion, it's interesting enough to keep me obsessed with the game after 3 years, right?
Yeah. And that's a long time. Last time I was hooked on a game like that, it was Overwatch. And before that, it was WoW.
I was gonna say WoW for me. I mean, if you count like franchises, I guess it'd be different because like the Battlefield franchise I've led for a long time.
Oh yeah, I did like Battlefield 2. What happened to that franchise, man?
Dude,
like,
I don't fucking. It's because they're creating hot garbage.
That's true.
Or POG, as some would say.
Piece of garbage.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I know that's not the right way to use that. I don't know. I'm still hoping the next Battlefield is going to be like a Bad Company 3. I don't think we're going to get it.
That's the game that got me into Battlefield.
Same.
Was Bad Company 2.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Then it got me into Battlefield 3. I fucking loved Battlefield 3.
Battlefield 3
Bad
was
Company
good.
2 more. Yeah.
I actually liked 4 also. I mean, I know it was glitchy as hell and had a horrible release, but I enjoyed 4.
Right. And that was the downfall of EA. Because DICE is a great developer, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they make great games. And then I don't know what the fuck happened. But the games that they were coming out with were just hot trash, man.
Appreciate you coming in, man. Yeah, I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do miss good old Battlefield. But yeah, I mean, anytime you want to play Siege, I mean, you're more than welcome to come play with us. Honestly, what would be really helpful, and it's going to be super boring, so like I know you may not want to do it, but like you could go into custom games and just learn maps that way also.
Yeah.
Like
I was doing Terrorist Hunt for a little bit. Like
that's good for like practicing like your aim and stuff, but like you won't really learn maps as well that way.
Oh, really?
Like what I would do is go into a custom game and just pick one of the maps that you'd play in ranked and go in with like a sledge or like buck and just start opening up floors and walls and seeing what goes where.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do T-Hunt for maps, but like if you really just want to like learn like angles and stuff, I mean, T-Hunt's probably not the best, I would say.
Yeah.
You could go in with like an IQ and learn where all the cameras are. Like there's things you can do to learn maps. It's not the most fun in the world though.
Yeah.
So the other option is just learn by just running in and doing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Or I could just torture myself and just keep queuing up with you guys and learning the hard way.
Hey, you definitely could do that. That's how I learned the game. And then eventually when I got really invested, I started going into custom maps. But the first few months I played, it was just going in and getting my ass kicked over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. You actually weren't doing that bad last time you played, though.
Yeah, I was doing okay. I remember the last time it was during that event, and I started to understand the map more. And I think that's when I started to play a little bit better, because I knew where they were coming in from, and I knew what to look out for.
On attack, you did well on... What map was it? Consulate, maybe? Because I think what you were doing was I was like, just follow the drone and go in and kill people. And I think you were playing Ash. I think you were doing well.
Yeah.
But yeah, anytime, man. Definitely. Yeah, I can see that mop. Yeah. Well, it's been an hour and 15. I am probably going to go to bed. But yeah, if it's 9.
You can use your phone and watch TV.
Yeah, but my ass is gonna be laying in bed and getting comfy. But like, actually, well, first I'm probably gonna take the dogs out and then go to bed. But yeah, if you want to play Siege, man, we'll be on again Thursday and Saturday.
Yeah. I'll see what's up.
And next week on Mind Games, we may actually have a topic. We may do more of this sort of thing. But it's always Wednesday at 8 o'clock if anyone's ever interested in stopping by.
Yeah. Just keep yourself distracted. And, I mean, just try to get yourself engaged as much as possible with life. Continue on with your life. I know it's very difficult because you're stuck at home, but talk to people, like interact with people to the best of your ability, and just stay safe and stay home. Stay the fuck at home.
Yeah, no, yeah, stay
That's
at
all I
home.
have to say. Stay home.
Stay at home.
I mean, it's not like you can go anywhere anyway. You know what I mean?
No.
Everything's fucking closed. You can't even go to McDonald's and sit there. You know? I mean,
No, stay the fuck at home.
stay at home.
We'll get through this and other inspiring words. All right, yeah.
All right.
So hit me up, Color, if you want to play some
Yeah.
Siege, man.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
we'll do this again next week.
Sounds good.
All right, everyone. Thanks to everyone for coming in the raid and the 2 follows. I appreciate you all.
right, man.
We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. See you guys.